Greetings, friends. We are all interested in the future, for that is why you are here. You wonder about the existence of Sossaman. You want to understand the mysteries of the universe. Well, now we are prepared to explain these mysteries. This is In Search of Plan 12 versus The Day the War of the Flying Saucermen Stood Still. There have been several accounts of Saucermen sightings. Today we will sit down with a few people with especially remarkable accounts. First up, Beulah Gilbert briefly talks about her encounter with a Saucerman.
Did I see a Saucerman? Yes, I did see a Saucerman. It was so frightening. I was hanging laundry in the yard, and there he was, and he was green and so smooth, like a shaved ape. And that's all I really remember about him anyway, because I was so broken up about the encounter that I just collapsed. And when I came to, he was gone. Oh God. I can't even look in the backyard anymore without being scared half to death. I just pooped.
Next, Eleanor Prudence talks about the saucer itself.
My name's Eleanor Prudence, and I was down at Jasper's the malt shop the other day with my best gal pal Cindy, and we were having a milkshake and having a swell time. But then all of a sudden, I looked out the window, and there was a flying saucer. Golly, I was so frazzled. It looked like a giant cigar. It was just floating over Main Street, making a whirring kind of noise. And it was so fast, it was faster than the fastest car I've ever seen, even Johnny's. Before I could even say skedaddle, it had sped right out of sight.
However, there was one story in particular that truly captured our imagination. Alistair Braxton, detective, Willie Caspin, and his wife, Martha Caspin, local yokels.
Well, me and my partner Ephraim were walking the beat, see? Yeah, Ephraim wasn't the sharpest tool in the shed, but he was loyal. Anyway, we got word of UFOs over Willie Caspin's farm. And sure enough, there was a dang-gummin' Saucerman flying machine. It floated for a while now and just landed on beyond some shrubbery bushit. At that point, I had Martha ring up the lawman to come give it a once-over now, didn't I, Martha? Yeah, I had Martha ring him up. When we got there, Willie showed us where he had seen the Saucerman land. He was behind some bushes, see? A bit a ways from his house. So me and Ephraim ventured on over, yeah? We were almost there, see, but were startled by some rustling in the bushes. Yeah, we had our guns at the ready, but then the Saucerman appeared from behind us. He was speaking some sort of crazy babble, see, so naturally we opened fire. Yeah, he ran off, see, but returned shortly thereafter with a robot. It easily overpowered us. Yeah, took away our guns, see? We were defenseless. We decided to run away. As we were running, see, we noticed a Saucerman with an electrode gun. He missed his first few shots. Oh, but he was getting close. Ephraim, the simple-minded buffoon that he was, grew brave, see, and decided to distract the Saucerman so I could get away. Yeah, the Saucerman knocked him out with his electrode gun. Luckily for me, I had enough time to escape. There was no going back for Ephraim just yet, so I ran back to Willie's house, see, and told him to hide. But to first, get me another gun. Yeah, he did, but just as he started to hide, see, the lights went out. We couldn't see a darn thing, no. Suddenly there was a goddamn light show, flashing something fierce outside, the likes of which me and Martha had never seen before. It's gone on for a solid minute now. Isn't that right, Martha? Yeah, solid minute now. It was quite a spectacle now. Shining in from the windows, I thought it was the end. I started to scream like a young girl, which then developed into wailing like a baby. I was about ready to shoot myself due to paralyzing fear, see? But just when I was ready to shoot, the lights came back on. Yeah, the man on the radio said the Saucermen were leaving. This was my chance to get Ephraim, see? Well, Braxton felt compelled to rescue that Ephraim boy now. I offered to help. So, with the help of Willie, see, we set out to get him. We reached where he fell, but lo and behold, he was gone. Yeah, we inspected the area for a few minutes, but then we saw the robot was back. He started shooting at us with my own gun. Luckily, it was a terrible shot and missed every time. Oh, but he had those deadly pincers. He reached out now and done ripped my throat right off. As he did that, I took aim with my shotgun and blew that dastardly robot to smithereens. Checked on Caspin, who seemed to be okay, but I knew he couldn't carry on with me, so I went on by myself, see? I finally reached that same bush where it all began, see? Yeah, I started rustling again, and yet again he appeared from behind us, see? Yeah, I readied my gun and was about to take my shot, but he was faster, see? And he shot the gun right out of my hand with his electrode gun. And then just took off in a saucer. I knew he didn't get his partner back. I tried to harden him now, but it was no use. He done lost what I suspect was his only friend now. He left my house now. I never saw him again. Get out of there, Martha. No, never saw him again now. I was told by some G-men that it never happened. Oh, but it happened. Clearly, I'm not the only one that experienced it. Meow, see? Meow. Meow.
At this point, Mr. Braxton had what appeared to be an intense mental breakdown. Last we heard, he moved to the Philippines where he married a prostitute with a club foot and hair lip. But he's still reliable, damn it! Despite these numerous sightings, there are still some skeptics when discussing the existence of saucer men. Like this man, Kermit Fandango.
All of this talk of flying cigars or saucers or what have you is just hog manure if you ask me. It's nothing but a fabrication of some good-for-nothing local yokels from out in the country. They've all spent a little too much time with their farm animals, if you know what I mean. And anything they say can't be taken more seriously than a handicapped buffoon!
Yet this man, a former government agent who will remain anonymous to protect his well-being, says differently.
I'm a former government agent, and I swear on the Holy Bible that everything that allegedly took place on that day is unquestionably true. Our world did indeed make first contact with an alien race. Why they came and what exactly they did while they were here is still a controversial subject. However, we did acquire some interesting specimens from some of the known areas of contact. One of the specimens was what looked like some kind of alien artifact. It was a spherical object with all kinds of peculiar characters and symbols indented into the surface. What exactly this artifact is or does remains to be discovered to this day. The other specimen we recovered, which was far more interesting to our country's scientists, actually seems to be a living alien life form. It was worm-like in appearance, but it had a wicked appetite for, dare I say, the brains of any living thing. I told my superiors that we needed to warn the public in case they ever came back, but they fired me and told me that if I ever told a soul that I could start counting my days. But I can't hold it in any longer. People need to know the truth, and I'll die for it if that's what it takes.
Whether you believed before or not, you must certainly be a believer now. There have been so many more accounts of saucerman sightings, just like the ones you've heard tonight. But those will have to be saved for another day! Good night.